This is Elyse Marie Pahler, just 15 years old and a freshman at Arroyo Grande High School in California. She was described by those who knew her as vivacious, creative, and full of potential. She was active in theater, sports, and even designed her own clothes. Her life felt full of promise before tragedy struck. On July 22, 1995, Elyse was lured away from her home under the pretense of smoking marijuana. She met with classmates Royce Casey, 17, Jacob Delashmut, 16, and Joseph Fiorella, 15, at a remote eucalyptus grove on Nipomo Mesa. Once isolated, Delashmut strangled Elyse with a belt. Fiorella then stabbed her in the neck with a hunting knife. Casey and Delashmut took turns inflicting multiple wounds, none individually fatal, but Elyse slowly bled to death while reportedly calling for her mother and praying to God. Investigators later concluded Pahler suffered at least a dozen stab wounds, plus strangulation and blunt force trauma. In her final moments, Casey is said to have stomped on her neck as she lay on the ground. Motive? The trio believed murdering a virgin with blonde hair and blue eyes would serve as a satanic sacrifice, bringing supernatural craziness to their death metal band, Hatred. They claimed this ritual would help them become more successful musicians. They planned the murder for months and surveilled Elyse before inviting her to the grove. Elyse's family attempted to hold the band Slayer legally responsible in 1996 and again in 2000, asserting the music influenced the boys. Both lawsuits were dismissed by courts, which ruled the band couldn't be held liable for the crime. After 8 months of uncertainty, Royce Casey, plagued by guilt and reportedly fearing for his own safety, converted to Christianity and confessed to a clergyman, revealing the location of Elyse's body. Law enforcement recovered her partially mummified remains in a grove just a quarter mile from her home. All three teens pleaded no contest to first-degree murder and related charges. They were sentenced to 25 to 26 years to life in prison in what was described as one of the most brutal murders in San Luis Obispo County's history. Royce Casey repeatedly sought parole. In 2021, the parole board approved his release, but Governor Gavin Newsom unanimously reversed the decision, citing the crime's severity. Casey's attorney highlighted his transformation, including his college courses, model behavior in custody, and remorse, as evidence he had changed. The judge emphasized the law must weigh youth's diminished culpability and any genuine reform. Joseph Fiorella and Jacob Delashmut also had pending parole hearings. Delashmut in December 2024 and Fiorella in mid-2022, following a waived year delay. As of this reporting, new developments beyond these are not yet documented. The Pahler family expressed complicated emotions. Elyse's father, David, publicly said he personally did not oppose Casey's release, but stressed that any release must reflect true rehabilitation and contribution to public safety. The case has been the subject of multiple podcasts and documentaries, including True Crime All the Time and others. Most recently, Investigation Discovery released a 6-part series titled A Killer Among Friends, produced and narrated by Jennifer Love Hewitt. It scrutinizes the tangled relationships, betrayals, and emotional fallout of Elyse's mother within the group and the surrounding community. Elyse Pahler's murder remains one of California's most disturbing teen homicides. The misplaced devotion to satanic symbolism, intertwined with adolescent obsession and musical aspiration, exposed the vulnerability of youth and the horror of betrayal by friends. Elyse's family continues to honor her memory while navigating an uneasy path through legal proceedings, media attention, and the painful aftermath of a life extinguished too young. Stick around for more. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.